we gonna get into my next topic, which I really want to talk to you guys about. Stay here, stay with me. I understand that my audience, like my subscriber base from my YouTube channel, it's a blessing and a curse, don't get me wrong. Like, a lot of the subscribers, the age range is all over the place. I get a lot of people that subscribe to me for my 50 Cent documentary, so they're probably in their 40s and shit. And then I got people that discover my channel from a fucking Ken Carson vlog or some shit, and they're like 16. So I might make a video about Jay-Z or an older rapper, and it get, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so divided. So I don't know what the answer I'm gonna get when I put this on YouTube. So I want to title this video, is Jay-Z overrated or underrated? Because look, I grew up on Jay-Z. I've seen, not that I didn't really listen to hip hop like that until like when he retired, to be honest, like 2003 when 50 Cent was the biggest in the world. But the reason why I ask that is because anytime I ask like a casual hip hop head, it's so, like, I don't know, like the comments is, we all know like the Instagram comments is a dark place. Like, it's a troll city, right? Most of the people in the comments are probably teenagers, right? They don't respect the old shit. And it's like, it's crazy though with me, because I'm in that middle ground where, like, I'm 29, right? So I grew up, as I was like 6 or 7, I was like the early 2000s. So I experienced like the CDs, the Walkmans. I could appreciate the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, even Fat Joe back then. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule. Like, I remember being in New York and experiencing that shit. And then to like more now, where you got the 2016 era, right? I was still young. I was still in college. Like, so it's kind of cool that I got to experience the lyrical shit, to the hip hop is dead, the Soulja Boy, the snap and roll era, to the, you know what I'm saying? And like the early 2010s with hip hop, with like EDM was going crazy and shit. And then you get, you know, it's pretty awesome, honestly. But every time I ask people how you feel about who's your top favorite, who's the best rapper of all time, right? I feel like I don't really get, I feel like Jay-Z isn't really mentioned like that. You feel me? I feel like a lot of people are so quick to forget how popular Jay-Z truly was, like in the late 90s till, you know, 2004, I would say. Like, that was like, and then when he came back, yeah, his album Kingdom Come was you could say it was a flop, but, you know, and then well, it was still popular. And then you had the American Gangster, and then you had the Blueprint 3, and then you had Watch the Throne. You feel me? Magna Carta, whether you liked it or not, it was a big deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then 444. I feel like a lot of people disrespect or don't truly acknowledge his discography. So it's like, you know, I'll ask like a average person or a casual rap listener, like, name me 5 Jay-Z songs, and they won't know it. They won't know it. They can't name it. But it's just so crazy to me how you ask like a real like historian, like a true hip hop head. Usually they're older, like my brother's age, like late 30s, maybe early 40s. They might say Jay-Z. A lot of people, I don't know, maybe because they're from New York. I don't know. I gotta ask somebody that lives in like Texas or South Dakota or some shit, who's the greatest rapper. I don't know who they'll say. But it's usually never Jay-Z. Like, unless they're from New York. At least that's from my experience. You know? Is he overrated? Sometimes. I feel like sometimes people, I don't know. Nah, there's no way. There's no way he's overrated. Now that I think about it. You might say he's overrated if you didn't grow up in that era. If you didn't experience Jay-Z during the late 90s, early 2000s, you might think he's overrated from the people that praise him and say he's the GOAT, this and that. But then he's kind of underrated too, because people keep saying he doesn't really get mentioned in the top 5 and shit, I feel like. I don't know. It's because motherfuckers don't actually listen and give opinions on music. They base their opinions off of what they see in the internet. Thank you. There you go. Great answer. Shout out Cole Frosty for that answer. And Magna Carta is pretty underrated. But look at this discography. Low key, there's not one album here that's bad. I mean, yeah, nah. You could probably just say Kingdom Come, but there's still some bangers on there. My favorite song on here is called 30 something, and I've always listened to this song being young. Like, man, when I turn 30, I'm probably gonna bump this song. 30's the new 20. Oh, Dr. Dre produced that? Wow. That's crazy. Wow, look at these producers. Dr. Dre. Are you kidding me? Kanye, Just Blaze. They went crazy on the production. But yeah, now I'm about to be 30 this year. So this song is about to hit different. Honestly. But yeah, nah, I really want, when I put this on YouTube, I really want to have a discussion. Honestly, for real. Because his discography is extremely, like, nobody, I feel like the internet just forgot about it. Like, they don't put this shit on a high pedestal. Everybody talks about Kanye. Everybody talks about, I don't know, Illmatic and, like, great discographies and shit. Like, I don't know, let me think. Like, Tyler's discography. Always praising it and shit. Shit, what's another discography that they tend to really praise? Kendrick. You feel me? But like, yo, Jay-Z's really out here. Like, he is truly one of the greatest rappers of all time. I think it's low-key Jay-Z, Nas, Kendrick. Like, those are the top 3 greatest rappers of all time. And I'll put Lil Wayne in the top 5 too. I mean, greatest discography in my opinion is Kanye. But yo, I still feel like Jay-Z's a little underrated, underappreciated, undervalued. Maybe not underrated, because when people talk about him, you know what's up. Like, you know what Jay-Z's capable of. But he's still not talked about enough. Like, my man is really one of the most successful, like, just hip-hop alone, let alone the shit that he owns and shit. I went to the museum. You should watch that vlog, by the way. I went to the Jay-Z exhibit they did here in Brooklyn. Bro, he holds the record for most #1 albums of any solo artist. Think about that. Most #1 albums. Like, that's fucking crazy, bro. Like, what the fuck? 140 million, 24 Grammys, 10th most all time. So yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about that.